Is Impel Down a better One Piece arc than Water 7? Is Whole Cake Island better than Just Rosa? Is Wano still the best One Piece arc, or did Egghead Island surpass this? These are the questions we will be answering today. And today I'll be joined by my friend Peter to answer said questions.
Your king has arrived.
I don't know about all that, but welcome on, Peter. Let's have you.
I don't get an applause. I don't get an applause.
You want an
Okay.
applause? Hold on. I got you. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Wait a
don't,
minute.
don't, 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 don't. I know what you're up. I know what you're thinking. Don't do it.
Nah, it was on the soundboard on my like built-in, so you ain't hear it. They heard it. Anyway,
Okay.
welcome on, guys. As you guys know, we have D, C, B, A, and S tier. There's no F tier because I truly don't believe there is an F tier One Piece arc. Um, maybe one,
Is that
but we'll get to
so?
that. We'll get to that.
See, like,
We don't spoil my opinion. We'll get to it. We'll get to
I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. I didn't say anything. You know.
Hmm?
I'm just,
um
I'm just living my truth, man.
living your truth. That's a way to put it. Uh, no,
See, see, I can't. Like, you lost to the lambs, my brother. You lost to the lambs.
we just check.
You lost to the lambs.
We'll go ahead and get started. I don't want to waste our time anymore. Starting off, we have Romance Dawn. Um, this is just the start of it. We see Alvita, we see Kobe. This is the literal start. Uh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's
I
a
mean,
solid
it's
arc.
quite literally like it's only like 7 episodes anyway. So
Yeah, it's not really much to cover, but it is pretty solid in my opinion. I think
yeah, of course,
the whole East saga.
it's a very strong season.
Yeah, it's really nostalgic thinking back at it. When you are 1,000 plus episodes into a show, 1,000 plus chapters, it is going to be nostalgic to look back at anything. But I think that this is one of the better starts to a show that, especially in the big three.
Yeah, but One Piece that was an amazingly strong start. I feel like those first 7 episodes is all you really need to get people hooked into it if they know what they're looking for. Because if you get people in there who have been complaining about the length of One Piece, they're not gonna like it. Like it's for a very specific crowd. It's for a very specific crowd, and it's just not for everybody. You know,
Solid take.
I say this as if it isn't one of the biggest anime of all time, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty solid to put it in like a B tier for now. Not because I think it's bad, but because I
Okay.
think it's just it's a starting arc. It gets you introduced to everybody. It's just the landscape. It's a good little
Yeah,
starting point
so
to base everything else off of. Moving into Orange Town.
it was kind of in the same boat. It was pretty decent pacing, for early One Piece. Honestly, there isn't really anything bad that I can say about it. I don't think it's B tier worthy, but it was pretty solid. You got the laughs with Buggy and everything, and seeing how he fights, and being introduced further into the concept of devil fruits and things of that nature. Yeah,
Well,
I mean, there's not really much you can say on that one.
wait, but you go into. I think it's a little bit different. Like I think Orange Town, without Orange Town, it's kind of hard to like One Piece as much because you have first you see his moveset, which I think Luffy he had a very interesting way to fight, like way of fighting, and Buggy was also a very interesting character. So then you had these very goofy interactions and these very what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It was just a peculiar time, and I think it was kind of lighthearted and whimsical, if you may,
Yes. Yeah.
entertaining. I
It's
think, and then you also I think this is when you see Nami and everybody, or not. I keep on using the word everybody. It's just the way I speak. Nami. It
because
leans more to the pirate side of the
it, it,
show.
it makes you it reminds you of being a kid. I think that's the perfect way to, you know, depict how One Piece started. It reminds you of being a kid.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think with that, I'm cool with on it in like B tier. Uh, I I don't think it should be C at all, but I don't
I mean, yeah, if it works,
know. Okay. Um, moving into
I'd go see
syrup.
if I'm there, but
Ooh, you go C tier. It's not a crazy take. Not a
I mean,
crazy take.
I would go C tier, but I'm not complaining about B tier. It's very understandable why it's there. You know.
Yeah, we can obviously we can always move things around as we go. Um, but for now, I think it's a solid pick in B.
Next up,
Syrup
Syrup Village.
Village. Syrup Village, I think lasted
Um,
too long. That's gonna be my first take. I think that
yeah, that's
Kuro
where the
was one of
paces
the
start
most
to.
yeah. Kuro's one of the more boring villains in my opinion. Cause you had Buggy, who
the,
was like this extravagant, not like strong villain, but like these extracurricular abilities, and then we just had Freddy Krueger. I mean, or Edward
Flashy.
Scissorhands.
Oh,
Yeah, he was very
Freddie,
flashy.
bro, the, the
Um,
man with 1,000 plans. Okay, but
I couldn't
yeah,
I couldn't get I
yeah,
couldn't
he
get
got a
behind it.
thousand plans, right?
I really just couldn't get behind it. And then we get to see Usopp, and we get to go and marry, and they keep referencing and going back to this island. I I understand now looking back, I understand why we spent so much time there because it is so integral to the cast. Because you have the going Mary, you have Usopp's past, and they always look back at that, especially when you get to Water Seven. But I don't think it was that good of an arc.
Mm, it was. It, it wasn't. Kuro, like you said, wasn't that interesting of a villain. He was very annoying. I feel like the best thing we got out of that arc was going Mary and Django. Django was hilarious.
Django was a goat. I really like Django.
Yeah.
One of the funnier villains in the show.
Um,
I say solid C tier.
I
It's not
think
bad.
during wait, because if I'm mistaken, during this time you get that interaction between Garp and Accent Morgan, don't you? Or was that? I don't think that was Orange Town. Yeah,
It
well,
wasn't one
it
of
might
these
have
three
been
arcs.
Orange
That's
Town.
all I know. Because it wasn't
I'm
after
not sure.
Barati. It was probably Orange Town because we don't really see
Yeah,
Axam working after that.
so that's what I'm thinking. It was probably yeah. But either way, Sarah Village, C tier, probably C tier.
Had to happen. Now, this is one of my personal favorite arcs. Oh, it's because Sanji's your favorite character. Yes. Uh, we meet
The
Sanji.
glaze is
We
real.
meet no. We meet Captain Zeph. We meet Mihawk, who dog walks Zoro.
The
Um, it's just peak, man. Like
we get
you get to see like the
there's
first
so
like
much that they
Luffy
bring in.
Zoro Nami dynamic, and then you get to bring in Sanji. I don't. It's just golden, man. It's just golden One Piece.
Not to mention Johnny and Yataku, the bounty
Mm-hmm,
hunters.
mm-hmm.
Huh, love those guys. Um, like honestly, one of my favorite parts about this arc is when this nigga Pearl pops on the scene, bro. And you just see this big ass nigga wearing this silver ass armor, flinging around all his weight just to get one shot.
Don't we don't listen. It's just the comedic. It's the comedic side of One Piece, and I think they did it so well. Like up until the time skip, really, it was the comedic side of One Piece was perfect.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
um, I
See,
would personally prefer C.
I mainly blame Zoro for this bullshit. I
Zoro
mainly blame Zoro
becomes.
for this, but
We'll get to it. When we start talking about the top skip arc, but that's a whole different character. Zoro pre
yeah.
time skip Zoro was a goat like that. But Barati, we found out his goal was to become the strongest swordsman. We see these stronger swordsmen
Mhm,
so early in the show. It's a power check because we start thinking
mhm.
these guys are pretty goaded. They show us Mihawk, the East Blue Camper himself, and I feel like Zoro
Bro,
knew he didn't have a chance, and he ran it anyway.
oh, bro. These blue campers fucking crazy.
East Blue Campers.
Honestly,
Uh,
to chase a nigga from the Grand Line Like, what did you need to do that for? You didn't need. How did you even know they were at the Barati? Nigga has cracking.
He was just floating around, bro. Leave him be, bro. Mind you, he was so
Nah, bro.
confident. He was riding around in a little escape boat. Like it is the East Blue. Like ain't
Yo,
nobody out there finna try you. But I
well,
think
yeah.
I think
Like,
Barati's at least an A tier. Actually,
wait, you said what?
I think Barati is at least an A tier, personally.
It's easily A tier. Absolutely. I,
It can it can
I
work
don't.
its
I
way
don't
into
have any.
S,
I
but I
feel
think
like
it's A tier.
A tier fits so much better. I feel like S tier is really for the big leagues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. I get you. I get you. Now
Yeah.
we move into Arlong Park. I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, we all know where this is going. I feel we get to see the resolve of the Straw Hats. We get to see Nami's backstory, which at the time we didn't really think much of Nami other than just a cat burglar who happens to know her way around. Um, adds a little bit of character depth to her. We get to see. I thought Arlong was gonna be a problem, bro. I
Ar-
I thought Fishman in
Arlong was
general would
like
be a problem.
pre-time skip. He was like pre-time skips Hody Jones. You know,
Yeah,
like you felt like honestly no. Because Arlong actually had an intimidating aura to him. Hody was just a fraud.
yeah. And like Arlong was strong. I'm not gonna say he wasn't, but he
He got
he got packed.
yeah.
He was fear mongering like normal people into doing his work.
Like actually when you really think about this, it's very hilarious to think about because fishmen like Arlong and Hody, they like to boast how their strength is so much greater than humans. But they don't take into account that they're referring to the average human. So when they run into a fucking pirate, it's just like, bro, you're not supposed to be this strong.
It's always so. You not,
They're it's like,
bro. What are you doing?
bro, this isn't fair. You're cheating.
Yeah,
Call the admin.
it's that's exactly what always happens. Um, save me. Like I don't. Do I ever have to say anything else? The iconic scene. It
Yeah,
is. It's peak. It's peak. I think Arlong Park is going to be our first S tier. Looking at it, Burati is not an S tier because Arlong Park is. But
yeah, yeah.
and then
I,
we got to see
I, I wholeheartedly.
we got to see the
I think
sword
I
art.
personally think the best part about um Arlong Park was when we see Sanji fight Kurobi, and he shows his battle IQ because like he was I thought he was gonna die.
But
But he was like, you know what? I know that y'all have dual lung systems. Why don't I just blow air into your lungs? I know you're not gonna be able to survive that shit. You gotta come up for air at some point.
right.
he, he forced this nigga to use his other set of lungs.
Yeah, this is true. It's like back then, battles were so much more than oh I have to use my power in this way. Oh I have to his durability Kaido is so overpowered. I can't get through. It was like it was actual. I think there's still strategy involved,
It's
but you
like
know, it was so much more.
it's not as much.
Yeah,
It's because what it is because pre time skip you had much less to work with.
yeah. It's just being grounded. Obviously, as you scale through a power system, it's not going to be grounded
Yeah.
forever. But
Yeah. I mean, it's only so much you can do once you start to climb the ladder. But
yeah, moving in to our next arc, we have Low Town. Um,
huh,
it's not going high. I'll tell you
love
that
time.
much. Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
I
no.
think
Alright.
Luffy gets in trouble. Smoker's there with his little. I thought, bro, I thought Sea Prism Stone weapons were going to be the biggest problem of the century. I swear to God, I thought people were gonna be
No, because
running
like
around with
he
like Sea
made it
Prism
seem so
Stones.
intimidating.
I thought they were gonna be running around with Sea Prism Stone with swords and every. It was bad, bro. I don't know if you remember me calling you and be like, bro,
Yeah.
what's stopping
Sea
me
Prism bullets
from
at
just running
least.
up on a Logia, yeah, and with like a Sea Prism gun and just pew pew.
You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Like, and it's funny because they have easy access to Sea Prism Stone.
mhm.
They manufacture that shit. Come on, bro. I know it don't cost that much, and even if it does,
No,
you're a world government. You have access to the economy of every country in the world. Well, not every country, but like,
yeah, I think.
yeah, you get what I mean.
But then again, they always sell their soldiers short. They be sending like boats of normal niggas to go fight uh the worst generation pirate crews.
Fucking Kaido,
They never, yeah, Kaido and them. They never had a chance. I don't like.
bro.
I don't know what they thought it was, but
Like,
I would be like, this is the main reason I
you're
always
sending
say
a cabin boy.
I could never be a Marine because they don't care about the foot soldiers, bro. They don't. I don't know if Kobe wasn't Kobe. I don't know how he could have climbed up the rings otherwise because they don't care, bro.
I just, I just know them niggas don't get paid enough, bro. Like, you're sending a cabin boy. You're sending a fucking bro. Mind you, at Marineford, majority of their forces were there. That means bottom tier cabin boys were fighting a fucking Yonko crew. I just know, like, because it really reminds me of that one scene where Luffy popped up and he smacked bro out of the camera. Like that had to be a cabin boy. There's no
Yeah,
way he was above that. That nigga died.
it, it's bad, bro. It's bad because like they just send these foot soldiers because numbers overwhelm them. You send these foot soldiers who have no idea what hockey is to go fight a Logia user with guns. They were never gonna capture
Oh
him.
my
There
god.
was nothing they could have possibly done to bring him in.
They can't touch the nigga.
That being said, damn, we're on 20 minutes already. That being said, Lowtown with a heavy heart, I put you in C tier.
C tier. It's funny because we didn't even really discuss any of the contents of Low Tone. We just talked about bottom tier Marine soldier, but it all
We
applies at
went through
least.
it. We went through it.
Yeah.
Um, moving into Reverse Mountain. This is when they enter the crew. We get to see Laboon, my goat. Um,
The
it's
big
really just a
dog.
bunch of. It's really just mainly entering the Grand Line. The crew shows a bunch of resolve. We start talking about everything. I think it's pretty good.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
that being said,
I don't think
it
it.
might be another C tier. I don't want to spend too much time on like the really like short arcs, which is why I'm trying to go past it. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it might be C tier,
I mean,
bro.
there's not much. It is C tier. There's not much to discuss about Reverse Mountain. The
Yeah,
most you get out of it is Focus and Laboon.
yeah. Focus. I'll put it at the back of C tier for now. Now we move into Whiskey
Easily.
Peak. To be honest, I don't remember too much about this arc.
Peak.
I know that
It was a
Zoro
little
had his
moment
moment.
or whatever.
That's really all I remember from this arc. I'm gonna be honest. The notes I have for it is Zoro goaded. That is it.
Oh, you dead ass, bro.
I'm so sorry.
I honestly see Whiskey Peak was when we get the introduction to I think his name was Igaram and Lily.
Mm,
That's when we get an intro. Yeah, that's when we get an introduction to them. And you get Jim and I forgot what her name is, but the lady with the kilo fruit.
yeah,
See, the best part or the second best part about this arc is that Mr. Five, the bomb dude and the kilo lady,
this is
they
that
were
part.
they were
Oh, yeah, this
ready
is
to
goaded.
scrap. Yes, yes. bro, they were ready to scrap with Luffy and Zoro. And it's funny because Luffy and Zoro weren't even fighting them for real. They
Mhm.
were arguing amongst each other and throwing hits at each other, but they kept missing and hitting one of the agents instead. They got their asses beat from an argument, an indirect confrontation.
To
Oh,
be
they're
fair,
garbage.
Whiskey Pete, or not Whiskey Pete, the Kilo user, I think, and you know I'd say this because I said this before. I think it's one of the most underrated Never fruits in the series because it just had a horrible user. Imagine a speed type hockey user with the Kilo fruit dashing in the air and not only jumping off the ceiling or whatever, increasing his weight to like, I don't know, 100 kilos. 100. Come on. I
Give it
don't,
to a
you know
CP9
what I'm saying.
member.
You're like a C9 member, bro. It's like a person who's gonna walk on the air like Sanji. That would be goaded.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's one of
for
the
sure, for
most
sure.
underrated fruits. But and Mr. Threes, you know
Yeah,
what? That's a good.
yeah. See, that's the things with a lot of the underrated devil fruits. It's like if they had better users, you'd really get to see them shine for real.
Yeah. Mm. But moving on from Whiskey Peak, B tier.
I'd say B tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, look at that wavelength. Look at that wavelength. Um,
Hey, hey, if it work, it work. You know what I'm saying?
Little Garden. We have obviously meeting Dory and Broggy, the literal goats. Uh,
Right.
they ain't never done no wrong in this show. I have nothing negative to say about Dory and Broggy. But
We get introduced to the concept of Elbath.
yeah, Elbaf gets brung up, and not want to spoiler for it because it's supposed to be an anime only video. I've really been enjoying Elbaf so far. Uh, that's I ain't gonna say no more. It's just been good so
Yeah, yeah,
far.
for sure, for sure.
Little Garden.
Um,
I don't think it's goaded arc, but I think it's Oda has these mini setup arcs. It's a bunch of oh, this is gonna be in
yeah,
the future.
I feel like Little Garden is kind of in the same boat as Zoe. Like it's not necessarily a bad arc. It's just it's used as a setup arc for something bigger.
Not a bad take.
Like Little Garden and a bunch of the other contemporaries are quite literally just the road to Alabasta. That's
Yeah.
all it really serves up.
With that being
Also,
said, if it wasn't for
Mr.
Dorian
Three was
Broggy, I'd
bad.
probably put it in D tier. I'm not gonna lie. Uh,
Oh yeah, for sure. No, no, no. Because
so I
like
think it's
the scene at the end, the scene at the end where they use Ikoku, huh, easily puts it above D tier.
yeah. There's the moments, but I'll put it at like the end of C tier for now. Um,
It
Drum Island.
should have.
Now, outside of Chopper, and I know I'm gonna keep on using characters as saving grace because I'm sorry, Oda, but the pacing in the anime makes this boring sometimes. And your characters are the only saving
Yeah,
grace. Chopper is the goat. I
Chopper is
understand he was the whole
big
reason
dog.
for the arc. So,
Well,
or
Chopper is definitely the goat, but I don't think it was disinteresting without Chopper.
it wasn't like there was a good little storyline going on, but because of where we were in the story, I don't think I would have cared about Drum Island if it wasn't for Chopper.
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah, no, see, I get that. Like from a story wise perspective, it definitely felt insignificant without him. But like, I don't know. Some of the interactions were very fun, like meeting Dr. Kureha and seeing Luffy beat on Wapole and finding out that Ace was there
yeah,
and Blackbeard, you know,
hey,
like
shit.
a lot of the smaller interactions. But
Wapo the goat. Don't hate on Wapo. Uh,
Wapole, that's your goat.
so. I think with that being said, I think I'm gonna throw it in D tier.
You have some of the most questionable goats.
He got a funny Devil Fruit, bro. He's Upchuck from Benson. You know.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I feel that.
I think D tier.
D tier. Yeah,
Now we
yeah, D tier.
finally get
Definitely.
to Alabasta. Um,
Mm,
my notes for this, essentially, it's the first major arc. It's the first like because we get to Baranti, we get to Arlong Park. those are major, like those are like turning points in the story. But so far
Mhm.
as like when we get to the Grand Line and we start seeing the crew as itself, and we start the show really, the early parts weren't really One Piece as much as I think Alabasta really set what we were going to be seeing for the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Um,
Like Alabasta Alabasta really lets you know, like, yeah, this is where the story starts to get up there. This is where we're really making progress. It's like you said, it's like you said with Arlong Park. There were other, big turning points for the story, but Alabasta is the first one that introduces you to these major threats in the story.
yeah.
Everything in East Blue felt very minor because, there's not much going on in the East Blue. When you go to
Yeah.
the Grand Line and you're in Alabasta, you're getting traction from the world government. Now they have their eye on you. That's how we're following the story from Luffy's perspective. That's where he finally gets a target on his back.
Mhm. Also, yeah, proves it. I forgot. Crocodile, yeah, he was a warlord at this point. He beat a warlord, which
Yeah.
kind of the warlords kind of get outscaled quickly, but we'll get into that. That being
Well,
said, I think it's at least an A tier.
yeah, I can agree with that.
Moving on, I don't want to spend too much time on Jaya, even though it is a pretty nice arc and we see some pretty important things happen. Uh,
I love Jaya.
as I'm gonna put a disclaimer in the beginning of this video, obviously it's a tier list video on arcs. There's going to be spoilers.
Yeah.
Ace,
Yeah.
this is the start of his downbringing, so to speak. This is the start of his downfall.
Nah,
And this is the start of when Blackbeard really started
nah,
slamming
no,
people
no,
out. Was that Long Ring or is
no.
it Skypiea?
That was at the end of Indy's lobby, or I think so.
No. Am I tripping?
Yeah,
What that happened? No. Yeah. This is when we meet Blackbeard.
yeah,
He doesn't fight Ace
yeah,
for a long time. I'm
yeah,
pointing that out. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
like a
That was at the end of Indy.
that's getting cut out. Moving on to Jaya.
No, no, no,
that's a
no, no,
they
no.
go say I don't know ball. Moving on to Jaya, we do see Blackbeard. Um, my notes are all wrong because this is all I should have did research, but this is all a memory. Moving
That's
on to
why I'm here,
Jaya,
Big Twin.
we have Blackbeard introduction. If that wasn't that arc, I'll let you take over this section because I don't remember Jaya that much.
Okay, so Jaya was the arc where they go to this island because they're getting prepared to go to Skypiea, as you can probably see. Um, they hear about the adventures of Nolan from his descendant. They meet Blackbeard. They meet his crew. Well, they don't really meet his crew, but they meet Dot Q at least. No, 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 they do meet his crew. I'm tweaking. Or they meet the first couple of members of his crew at least. We I think this is also the arc where we get Whitebeard and Shanks clashing. It's either this arc or it's at the end of Skypiea,
Yeah,
but it's somewhere in there where we get those two clashing. Uh, you get the whole, that big shadow in the sky, how they believe it's some kind of creature or monster or deity, things of that nature. But we later find out that it's just a shadow being cast from the sky, and th- you get the interaction with Bellamy, who's talking about how it's stupid to even have dreams as a pirate anymore because it's all about conquest at this point. Which I mean,
yeah,
piracy has always been about conquest, but without a dream, what are you really accomplishing for yourself?
yeah.
You know. We also get introduced to Doflamingo, so that's pretty interesting. Uh, yeah, I think that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So then,
there
where
is
would you
there
put
is
it?
a interesting detail. Oh, what were you saying?
Oh, good.
Well, there's an interesting. It's not really a detail, but like a theory. There was a theory I've seen before where someone was. I don't remember who made the theory, but they were talking about how they believed Usopp might also be it's a fairly popular theory. They were talking
Yeah,
about how Usopp might be a descendant of Nolan, and I mean, it kind of has substance to it, but I don't I don't fully believe it myself unless I get a little bit more evidence because it doesn't really feel like it'd be all that relevant in the first place, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, what were you asking me?
No, I was gonna say. So with that being said, where would you rank Jaya?
Me personally, it's hard to say. I feel like I feel like it. I feel like it can match up with Whiskey Peak. I'd probably put it in B tier.
Oh, oh, okay.
I feel like it has that potential at least.
Now we move on to where some people I know end up dropping One Piece.
Ooh boy,
Skypiea. Um,
disgusting.
I think it's one of the slowest arcs ever, but it's,
I mean, yeah,
I enjoy Skypiea more than most people. Oh, Siri. Uh,
eerie.
I enjoy Skypiea more than most people. You get to see a Nell, one of the most if man antagonist ever. Oh, if he was on land and he learned about hockey and this and that. Yeah, okay.
Ooh,
You get to see some Nico
bro,
foreshadowing.
people always
It's
crack
a
me up with
very
people like
lore
that.
heavy arc. Uh,
Yeah,
I have it as high
I
as
think
I think top of B tier, but what do you feel?
um okay, see with everything that we get from this arc, with Anel and Robin talking about the murals from Shandora and the poneglyph and that little message from Roger. I feel like that was a pretty cool little detail to add it there. What else do we get from this arc? We learn about the four gods, the sun god, forest god, rain god, and earth god,
Yeah,
mountain god, something along those lines. I can't quite remember. But it's I feel like people hate on it because of the pacing, and I understand that. But they're missing all the substance that was in that arc. Like if they didn't really want to sit through all of that, episode by episode, they could have gone an easier route and just watched the movie
yeah,
because it cuts out a lot more of the unnecessary stuff. It would have been an easier watch.
yeah. That being said,
I personally would rank it. Um, hmm, I personally would rank it A tier, but a lot of people would disagree and say C or D because they didn't like it. But me personally, you know,
no, I'm cool with A tier. I think I was thinking more towards the top of B tier, but of course, whenever we keep on shaking out the rest of the tier list, we can see how it goes. Um,
yeah,
Now I
you,
know I
we
don't
can
want to
always
spend too much
change it
time
later.
because this is literally a filler arc. Long ring, long land. Now, other
Uh,
than we get to see Aokiji or a hint towards an Aokiji at least. Uh, Other than that, it's just this is where we see boxing Luffy against Davy and him or with Foxy.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mean, you get introduced to like the concept of Davy Jones at least,
Yeah,
which I mean,
yeah,
well, we're not going to talk about it, but
it's a whole bunch of that's a whole bunch of filler. Um,
yeah.
Foxy's goaded though. Whenever you see him, it is filler. I throw it in a
Hey,
solid. I don't want to say it's better than Jump, so I'll throw it in D. Even though I think
D?
it ain't bad. I think it's at least a C.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it that low, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Now we can really. Damn,
Uh,
bro, we're at 36 minutes. I don't want to make this a really long video, but it looks like it's going to be.
hey, that's what editing's for. That's what editing's for.
But most of it is just us talking. Anyway,
I mean,
um,
yeah, but like, we're doing what we can do. You know, this
Yeah,
is the first actual video that you've done in a long time, and this is my first time being in a video ever. So I mean, I feel
yeah.
like we're not doing bad.
All right.
You know,
Moving in to Water 7. Um, this is when I tell people this is the benchmark for, at least in my opinion, and I think this is widely regarded. This is when a lot of people say One Piece quote unquote starts getting good. I don't agree with that, but that's what a lot of people say. Um, I would say, hey, if you really want to give One Piece a chance, at least give it to episode 206 and then watch that arc. I promise you, you will like it after that. Uh,
yeah.
and you know, I don't think I'm wrong about that. I think this is easily an S tier arc.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Well,
now what I don't like
no.
on this tier list is that they have Water Seven and these lobby and Post in these lobbies as different arcs. In my mind,
Yeah,
they're all the same. I understand they're not, but
they are. They're
just
quite literally. It's like it's kind of like with Alabasta having arcs within an arc. But
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like I probably
you know,
honestly would have wanted a different tier list. We might end
yeah,
up honestly ranking this, redoing a rank or a tier list without all the arcs outside of the arcs. But that being said,
yeah, that's true.
y'all know how this goes. Robin gets taken. Usopp leaves the crew. CP9, Rob Lucci, one of the best plot twists in the entire show. Frankie, my not my goat. He's one of them. He's one of my goats. Uh,
He's one of them.
it's just peak, man. Like it's so much happens, and it's
Puffing Tom. We find out
puffing
that
Tom.
Frankie almost met Roger.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
bro, Pluton. We get introduced to the ancient weapons. Oh
oh
yeah,
yeah. The ancient weapons. It's Water Seven, man.
Water Seven was a lore drop.
Mhm. It's just it's absolute.
Absolutely, man.
I'm not gonna spend too much. We didn't spend more
Is
time
it
talking about the shorter arcs like Whiskey Peak and Jaya, but I don't think there's that much to say. You know, Water Seven is good.
like you? That's what I'm saying. You know, peak when you reach peak.
I'm not gonna sit here and defend my take. I think Water Seven is an S tier arc, or I'll put it in A
Go
tier
ahead and
because
do
I
that.
think Indy's lobby belongs in S, but we'll get to that.
I can. You know, I fuck with that.
Now, the only reason I say Indy's lobby is S tier and Water Seven is A because Indy's lobby, that's when Luffy and the Strides declare war on the world government. We get
Yo,
the one of, I think, top 3 moments in One Piece. I want to live.
I want to live.
It's peak, man. It's
Yo,
it's like we were just talking about. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because y'all know Ennie's lobby. If you've gotten this far in the video, you know what Ennie's lobby is. It is
for
absolute
sure.
peak. Uh, this is
I
one of
I do want
it's Usopp's best, one
to
of Usopp's best moments. This nigga sniping from across the planet, essentially.
bro.
We never seen
He
Usopp work this
deserves
much
so
ore.
much. He deserves so much more glory than he's given, bro. Oh my god.
Mm, mm.
Like we're not like you said, we're not gonna spend too much time on this, but I do want to briefly mention how Luffy put the beaters on this nigga Bluto. I love that scene.
It's
Oh
good.
my god,
It's
bro.
peak, man.
Oh god, man.
Um, and then we can move into posting his lobby. We get rid of. We have to get rid of Mary. They're going Mary. Frankie joins the crew. It's just emotional. It's you know, but we do get a new
Yeah.
ship though, and that new ship's kind of goated. That new ship. If they still had to go and Mary in some of these situations, they would have been cooked. Say
Oh,
the
they would have been fried. They'd have been 30 miles out from Water 7 and
watch.
sunk.
I still look at Usopp a little crazy because you was trying to choose a ship and a girl that you really only like because she will listen to you
Damn,
over
man.
Luffy, who is giving you a chance to live up to what you've been trying to do for your whole life.
Like, bro.
Uh,
The nostalgia got to bro, man.
mm,
The nostalgia got to bro. It's
I
like
immediately forgot what.
everybody he forgot the mission, but it's like everybody has the same amount of memories with it that you do. Yeah, like bro, come on, man.
Yeah,
Look, put the beaters on his ass. We ain't
mhm.
gonna talk about that.
He forgot who he was disrespecting for a second.
It's,
I think it's a solid
wait,
A tier arc.
I respect him for being man enough to go through with it at least.
Yeah, I respect him for that. But
I just wish this nigga would pull out the same fucking confidence. All right, we ain't gonna talk
at
about it.
any other point, he gonna send it to Luffy because he know Luffy ain't gonna kill him. But we'll get into that. Thriller Bark. I know I've been saying the word goat a lot, but let me list off my
Yeah,
goats so you can understand because there's tiers for the word goat. My actual
okay.
goats: Sanji,
Mhm,
Brook,
mhm.
Jinbei. That's on the Straw Hat crew.
Preach to
Kuma,
him. Mm. Lead
Ace.
dog. Yes. Okay, sure.
Ace is a goat.
I
Nosuke
mean,
Oden. Three time skip Zoro.
Odie. What?
Oden is a goat. Those are my goats. Now, if I say a goat other than that, that just means I like the character or they're
Yeah,
funny,
yeah.
like Wapo. But
I love waffle.
but when I say it, when I say it,
All right, bro. Look, bro. We ain't
uh,
gonna see. We trying to keep this video short, but we ain't
you're
gonna
right.
talk about it.
You're right. Gecko Moria falls. Brooke joins. Uh,
Kuma popped
I
up.
don't want to
Fucking
say nothing happened, but nothing really happened. Kuma shows. Zoro has his
cool.
loyalty moment with the. With, give me all of his. Give me all of his pain.
He gets Shusui.
He does
He
get
beats
Shusui.
Ryuma and he gets Shusui. Oh my god.
That is a good moment. Um, it's
Also,
it's good.
also, we get introduced. Oh wait, no, I can't talk about that. Damn.
Kuma gets
Never mind.
introduced. Yeah, Kuma gets introduced. Gecko Moria, Brooke. I think it's a solid B tier arc. No, Brooke is my good.
I'd put in B tier. I fuck with that.
Sabri,
Uh,
holy low. Holy. Uh,
Holy moly's donut shop.
so up to this point, we haven't seen the crew lose. We've seen
Yeah,
them. The closest we've seen of them lose is Water Seven. I want to say. That's when they got like some real
yeah,
comp. We got to see some people who really could box. Really could box. I forgot. Water Seven, Gear Two, but I'm not even gonna go back to that.
yeah.
One of the
Gear
most
two and 3.
legendary. One of the most legendary introductions. Yeah. Uh,
Mhm.
Sabri. We find out about celestial dragons. We find out how the One Piece world actually works. A little bit more about how it actually works. Uh,
Oh,
and the crew can split up. This is the training saga. Or
host
the
any
beginning of the training saga.
host any's lobby. Don't you also get that interaction with Garp, Kobe, Luffy, and Helmeppo?
Hmm? Yeah, they
Where
meet.
he
They
where
meet
he
up.
finds out that yeah. Where if because you get introduced well, you don't get it. You find out that Dragon is his dad.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
we saw Dragon way back in like what was
Logtown.
the arc? Yeah, Loguetown, but you didn't
Yeah.
know anything about it. It's
All we
just
had was a name to a face.
Sabati was devastating, and I think shout out to one of my dearest friends. I'm not going to name drop you in this video. I hope that you watch at this point. I will
Mm.
forever be appalled. This is where you decide to stop watching. But
Oh, whoa, we got to talk about this afterwards. 'Cause,
you know who it is,
do I?
Mister. I skipped to Wano to read the fight.
Ho, that's where he stopped. Okay, yeah, I got words for this nigga. Okay, yeah.
uh, I think it's an A tier person. Damn, we lucky throwing around A tier. No, we not. No, we
Uh,
not. Because this is all.
that's a
And I don't care.
solid.
Water
That's a
Seven in his
solid eight
lobby.
to
Yeah,
tier.
yeah.
Yeah,
In his lobby. No.
yeah. The worst generation. Kuma
Mm-hmm.
popping up. Rayleigh. Oh yeah. Fucking
Um.
Kizaru had such a
Oh yeah.
fire showcase.
He's always one of my goats. Just
We get to
absolute.
see Punch. We just see Luffy punch a fucking celestial. I still love that scene to this day.
It's always peak. Always peak.
Oh my god.
Now, Boa Hancock, she's an interesting character. Um,
Eh.
yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really lose so much time on Amazon Lily. It's not that it bores me,
Yeah.
but it kind of bores me.
I don't blame you, bro. It
Uh,
wasn't too much going on.
yeah. We found out about like hockey arrows and like some people are just normal foot soldiers that have hockey. Shout out the Marines. Uh, I think we can throw it like C tier. I don't think it's a D. Is it a D tier arc?
Uh,
Okay.
I
Nah, they
mean,
gonna hate me if I put in D. The women gonna hate me. I'm gonna put in C. Uh,
oh, oh shit. We uh, we gotta watch out for our audience, man.
you're right. You're right. Now, and fell down.
They oh, big dog, we stepping up. All right.
Bon Clay, you are the GOAT. Magellan, overpowered, but that man can't control his bladder. Uh, you get Ace. You get
Uh,
to see the prison break for him. I mean, that's the whole point of the arc. But you know, Jinbei, we get
yeah.
introduced to Jinbei, my GOAT.
Hey, yeah.
Uh,
Not only that, nigga, Blackbeard pops up on the scene.
well, yeah, you
Get
know,
we get the interaction between him and Luffy, where Luffy finds out, oh, you're the nigga that got my brother in this situation. He hates that nigga guts, bro. Come
well,
on.
yeah, he has Blackbeard. I don't like Blackbeard either. I think he is the definition of a true pirate,
Mhm.
but I think he's so grimy. He's
Oh, he's dirty as fuck.
uh
Um, fun fact: Magellan actually inspired the warden of the prison from Magellan. Like I took inspiration from him.
oh yeah, Big
Uh,
Hunter. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Um, besides that, we get introduced to a cold ass character, Shiryu of the Rain.
Oh yeah,
That
another
nigga.
GOAT. GOAT.
We also get Crocodile and Ivankov and Inazuma.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I mean, that's
Um,
you know, that's
a little side note.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Listen to that for y'all viewers. Go check out Lotus Comics. Coming soon. Uh,
big
you love it.
dog. You know what
I'm
I'm
sure you love it. That being said, Impel down. Mm,
saying?
how
Eight.
much?
I, I
Ah,
don't know.
B tier, B tier, B tier, B tier. I can't keep throwing
Uh,
around A tier because I'm gonna tell you right
I
now,
mean,
Marine Ford is about to go somewhere.
yeah, no, Marineford is up there, but like, I feel like Impel Down is at least better than Alabasta.
You're right. Like,
Like,
yeah, it'll go.
yeah,
It's good.
like
I okay.
it's a good one.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. B tier is about to get B and C tier about to get a lot more. But
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
so Marine
Marine
Ford,
Instant S.
I would do
Like,
I? I'm not gonna say I don't have to spend time on one of the most important arcs. Do I have to spend
oh
time on
yeah,
it?
no. Like, it's not a question of whether we have to. It's a question of if we want to.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Marine Ford.
Like,
I'll give you a quick little synopsis. I'll give you a little synopsis. Um, Ace and Whitebeard, two of the coldest people to ever do it, get put off the game.
mhm,
We see Ace get rage baited into dying to a Kainu. A Kainu, a
yeah.
S tier rage baiting, man. I can't even hate. Um,
It's, it's funny because he didn't even expect the rage bait to work that well. Bro was surprised.
I'm an Ace fan, but the Ace super fans who always get really mad about his death, the funniest thing to do was troll them. Bro, he had a chance that he could have left. He turned
Did he?
around
Turned around. He fell for it.
to fight somebody who he know
Bro.
he couldn't beat at the time. Jimmy might go. We got to see the rest of the warlords. Um, we
We get one of my personal favorites, Marco.
yeah, you love
Yo,
Marco.
he's showcased.
You love Marco.
Marco's been that shit. You know what I'm saying?
He cool.
Um, we get that interaction between I don't know what the fuck Kobe was expecting, but like oh my god. Yo, I saw that I was watching it, right? And
Yeah,
I was looking at him charge up to Luffy, and I'm like, we know what Luffy been doing. We know what Kobe been doing. You two are not the same.
at all. At all. My cat's meowing at my door, but she lost her own purpose. Anyway, Marineford, Esther arc,
That's here.
case in point. Um,
Yeah. Argue with a wall if you disagree.
Post war, it's I'm just gonna throw it in B tier because it's just you know what I mean.
I
It can
mean,
even be C tier. It's just the resolution of the war. It's the same thing, bro. It's
yeah, it's practically the same thing. Uh,
I throw it in B.
it was a good ending to it, at least, it was
Mm,
a good ending to it. Like you get to see where all the straw hats are
yeah.
and all of that. Yeah.
Um,
Let's see.
return to Sabadi. Return to Sabadi.
We've come back to peak.
We have come back to. I want to say this stretch right here that Oda put out. It's really good. Like I was hating, but it's good. Well,
Yeah.
remove these two, but it's peak. It's
What? Fishman Island and Punk Hazard?
yeah.
I mean, see,
You'll see what
Punk
you'll.
Hazard wasn't.
I'll get it to him. Let's rank Salvin or return to Salvin.
Uh,
Um, it's good. That's all I can really say. We get to see Brooke. Brooke had one of the best intros back into the crew of all time.
yes,
What you
bro.
mean? Everybody else out here
And
like fighting for their life, and Brooke out here playing music.
bro, you mean to tell me everybody else was getting their training in, and this nigga just been on the world stage, bro? I'm
Having
like,
you've been having a blast.
if you really think about it, if you really think about it, Brooke is the only straw hat who didn't need extensive training to get any stronger because he's been that nigga. Like,
This is true.
well, he advanced his devil fruit, but like all the feats that he's been pulling out, he's always been capable of that.
Yeah, no, he could have been.
Pulling up on Big Mom, he's always been capable of that.
We go get into that. You'll get into that whole kick because that's one of the reasons Brooke is my goat. But
Mhm.
Turner Sabadi, I'm teetering. I'm hesitant to throw it in A tier, but I think it's worthy. I think
Okay,
top of B tier. Top of B
if if you need any more convincing, I got you. Luffy one shot a pacifista. That's all you need here.
You're right. Oh yeah, I forgot about that moment. Okay,
On
yeah.
God, bro.
The
On
weave,
God.
the weaves of the century. Um,
Yes, bro.
Fishman Island.
Nigga, nigga called laser beams too slow.
Exactly. Now, Fishman Island, as good as good as themes as this arc as, and as good as it is story wise and how much it sets up everything else, it was very, very boring.
What? Yeah.
It was like watching this. It was like watching a documentary in your history class. I'm gonna be honest, for the most part.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like, see, the lore we get in Fishman Island is very prevalent. It's very cool. It's very important. But the story of it is
yeah, like
lackluster. It needs,
I'm not
you
gonna
know,
say I don't care, but I, I care. I do. But
yeah.
man, at a certain point, I'm go my the two arcs that I really don't like are about to be uh
D tier.
oh they're about to clown me. Uh,
Like, see, I personally think like Fishman Island is a half decent arc. I definitely wouldn't call it one of the best or even put it in that category. But I feel like it's a half decent arc. And one of the things I liked about it personally was the fights that the Straw Hats had with the Fishmen because you got to really feel them shine. You got to see what they're capable of at this point.
mm,
Like you saw them in their new forms and their new powers.
yeah, this is true. We got to see him. We got to see him flaunt a little bit, if you will. Um,
Yeah.
like other than that, it's like everything that you cling to about like Fishman Island. It's always well, story wise, what is this? Oh yeah, we saw this form. Oh, we saw this new power.
Mhm.
Other than that, man.
Yeah.
Now
I
moving
like
on to Punk Hazard.
Punk Hazard.
This is when we see the Law Alliance, right? Yeah, Law Alliance. He defeats Caesar. Yada yada yada. Moving in
Yeah.
because this is whenever they're like, oh yeah, they want to go after the Yonko, whatever. Um,
Mhm.
with the Alliance, I would put it in C tier just because it's not a bad arc, but it's another one of those set up arcs to transition into the next one.
Yeah. Like we get some like cool interactions like with Dofi and Smoker and Aokiji. But
Yeah.
like a lot of the more important moments didn't feel like that important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I will say, in each tier, it's not really organized by which arc I think is good or better than the next, but it's just they're all in the same tier. They're not ordered or
Yeah.
anything. Uh,
Yeah.
Dress Rosa. This is one of my favorite arcs. I really enjoyed watching Dress Rosa. Um,
Mhm.
Del Flamingo is one of my favorite villains. Gear 4, the Gear 4 debut, we get to see Baby? No, not
We
Baby.
get to
I can't Senior Pink.
we get to
The GOAT,
Senior
Senior Pink.
Pink, big dog,
Uh
big dog.
we get to see Zoro flashes his power. We get to see, the monster trio always flashing power. Uh
Yeah,
and
we got to see them.
call me crazy. I cared more about the dark side of Dressrosa than I did about the Fishman Islands.
Bro, it's because
I'm
they made
sorry,
it
bro.
seem
I'm
more
sorry.
interesting. Like hearing niggas got turned into toys and people forgot about them. That's much more
Yeah,
interesting.
bro. It's
Like honestly, Dress Rosa had a lot of substance to it. We got introduced to Sabo.
nigga,
Nigga's cold.
top of the goat. The whole tournament to fight for the flame fruit. Come on, man.
Mhm.
That's goated.
Yes.
And then we get introduced to another goat, Bartolomeo. Bart.
Hey,
That is the goat.
hey,
Bro,
bro.
you know how goated
He's
you got to
like,
be to start a fan, to have people start a fan club of you? A whole fan
nah,
crew
bro.
of you?
A whole
Luffy doesn't
fucking
have a
crew.
fleet. Luffy has a fleet.
They
He ain't
gave this
even asked
nigga.
for it.
They gave this nigga a fleet before he became a fucking Yonko. Oh my god, they would
That's
send this nigga up.
that's legendary stuff. I'm not. That's
That's what
Rosa.
legendary players do.
I'm gonna say A tier. I'm not gonna put it in S tier, but I think it's A
I fuck
tier.
with that.
Yeah.
I would have had the same rating.
Now, Peter, you know how I feel about this arc.
Oh man,
Zoe,
I read it this.
I'm gonna get the positives out the way. I got good news and I got bad news. Positive. You get to see Three Musketeers. You get to see Rizo, who is one of the cooler characters. You get to find out about the poneglyphs. Um,
Jack,
we're talking about positives. Uh,
bro, Jack was a cool. Why do people hate Jack so much? I don't understand it.
what's
Like
the what's the leopard name?
he was a cool character, bro.
I guess
I don't get it. Like, why do niggas dislike Jack so much?
he's just so lame, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
Like how is he lame?
He
What
ain't
is
do
it,
not a cool. He ain't do a single cool thing. He put up on something. He gassed them out. He committed war crimes. I don't fuck with
bro?
this nigga.
Bro, come on, dude. Like,
No, no,
okay, see,
no.
I get that, right? No. See, I get that, but like, Kid was gonna commit war crimes. Luffy's committed war crimes. Law for sure committed war crimes.
Okay.
Like,
Have you ever have you ever seen this scene in Pulp Fiction?
I've never watched Pulp Fiction. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, let me break this down. They're basically Jules is discussing how he does not eat bacon to
Oh wait, hold on. I have seen this.
yeah, he's discussing that he doesn't eat bacon. And then he starts going on because it's a filthy animal. And Vincent brings up the point of, would you eat a pig with enough charisma? Or he says you wouldn't eat a dog, but you wouldn't call it a filthy animal because it has charisma. Um, Now Jack does not. Luffy does. Kid does.
So
So I can excuse the quote unquote war crimes they've committed. But it is also war crimes on a different scale. Gassing out a general public who have almost nothing to do with what you're doing.
I mean, okay, Dofi is one of your favorites. Guess what that nigga did?
I didn't say he was a good
Oh, he
person.
has a long fucking rap sheet of
I
crime.
didn't say he was a good person
A
at all.
long fucking rap.
I didn't say that man was a good person at all. I just like
Mm-hmm.
Dofi because
Hey,
he's funny.
see, I understand what you're saying because Dofi has a lot of fucking charisma, but like
mm,
Jack, he just feels uncut. He feels. I don't want to say that because that's gonna sound gay as hell. But like he, how do I describe this? He feels natural. You know
he
what I
sat
mean?
at the
Like,
bottom of the ocean.
huh?
He sat at the bottom of the
Oh,
ocean because he
bro,
fell off of it. I don't hear
he didn't
niggas.
fall off the island. He got smacked by a big ass fucking elephant.
I know what he was mad about.
Oh, you so you're a bitch. Is what
And
I'm
he
hearing.
sat down there and did nothing.
He couldn't move. He has a dog
And then
food.
you wanna glaze Jack. When we got to Wano, he did nothing.
All right, we ain't. Hold on.
We
He
ain't on
took
that.
on
We
the
ain't on
entire
that.
Mink army.
I'm not doing this, bro.
Come on, bro. Give the
So
nigga his props,
let's talk
man.
about the actual arc.
All right,
So itself, I want you to watch my mouse. I want you to watch my mouse. This is not hate, I promise.
go ahead.
Now,
That's hate. That's
no, it's
hate.
not, bro.
Oh, that's
Eat it.
hate.
I picked up One Piece freshman year of high school. No, middle
Okay,
school. Was it middle school?
I
It
did
was.
too.
It was either the
It
summer
was it
of
was
eighth
freshman
grade
year.
or yeah.
It was freshman year because I put you onto it.
And towards the end, when I was almost to Wano, that was as far as I got at that point. I got to Zoe, which looking back was a very short arc, and I was so bored that I stopped watching One Piece for months. I don't.
Oh my God.
I don't think you could. There's no coming back for that in my mind. It was so boring. It was such a boring arc. Duke, Dogstorm, and Cat Viper were supposed to be them, and they disappoint me.
Dead? I mean, yeah, they definitely felt like disappointment, but like that's not Zoe's fault. That's just them being ass characters.
I like Zoe as I like the elephant Zoe. She's goaded. I like
Oh, you're a bitch.
I like Three Musketeers. I like don't fuck Garrett. But
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of fair. I mean, hey, Pedro, we got Pedro.
yeah, Pedro, my
You know,
goat. That's what I was thinking about earlier. Pedro the goat. We had some positives, but there was a lot of negatives.
oh.
And I
um,
hear your disagreement, but I won't stand for it. It was a horrible one.
all right, bro. Look, I'm gonna just have to take my L on this one. Uh, I personally like the arc. I feel like many people are going to disagree with me on this. This is just going to have to be one of my hot takes. Hey, we're down
Now,
to the last four.
moving on. This is a absolutely goated stretch from Oda, but
Yeah,
he's still on it. If
yeah.
you read the manga, he's still on that goated stretch. But
Who?
hold on,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm too young. I'm too young.
Pin
Yeah.
is on fire. Um, Whole Cake Island, one of my favorite arcs because I like Sanji and I like Brooke. So I just gotta. I was spoiled this arc. Maybe that's biased, but
No, no,
um,
no. Hulk is a very good fucking arc.
exactly. It's just peak. Um, I really did like the whole Germa plot line. Like the entire arc was shit. I turned off my notes because this is recent enough for me to remember it. The whole Germa plot line was peak, bro. Like I'm talking straight from the dome. German plotline,
Yeah.
peak. Sanji, peak. Brooke went toe to toe against Big Mom, got the poneglyph. He didn't get it, but he got what they needed. He got the whole reason they came for. That's legendary
Hey,
stuff.
hey. You know who else? You know who else performed against Big Mom in this arc? Fucking Jinbei.
Oh
That
yeah,
vagabond drill to the stomach. Oh my god, he had her down.
Jinbei. That's legendary stuff.
That's
Then
what
you
I'm
got
saying.
Luffy versus Katakuri. One of the best fights in the entire show. Katakuri is a goaded character. He
Hold it.
That man realized that somebody else intervened in his 1v1 and he damaged himself to make it even. That's legendary stuff. Now, was that treason to Big Mom? Maybe. I wouldn't consider it that. I
Treason.
wouldn't even consider that because
Wouldn't
it could
call
be
it
considered
that.
acts. It could be considered acts assisting the enemy. I wouldn't even think about that because he's a
Yeah.
goat. He's a goat.
Yeah. Okay, bro. And like you get so many of these other cool interactions. Like you well, okay. My thing with whole cake is they introduced us to this whole concept of Totalim, which I love. I love Totalim. It reminds me of fairy tales, you
Yeah.
know, like kid fairy tales. But my thing is the crew itself feels very yeah, fraudulent. So we have um Daifuku, who
Mhm.
honestly, at first I thought I was gonna really enjoy because I liked his character design a lot. But he's a fucking jerk. And his power is trash. And then you
That was a genie one, right?
yes, the genie nigga.
I thought he was gonna be
And
so overpowered. I'm not
I thought he was gonna be able to like I thought he was like at least gonna be around Cracker's level, which Cracker is underrated as
Cracker's
fuck.
Cracker's low key
But
goaded, bro.
yeah, yeah. But like you also get like um you got Oven, who I mean he was cool for what it was worth, but like
He was alright.
what did he really do?
To
You
be
know?
fair, she had so many generals, and like they were all pretty strong, like Smoothie, Cracker, Oven, Daifuku, whatever. But uh,
Oh, this nigga's just yapping.
their powers are kind of gimmicky. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah. Well, see, the powers are gimmicky in like a cool way though, because they're fashioned after foods and confectionaries.
Yeah,
And honestly, low key, props to Big Mom. Cause she taught her kids hockey.
this is true. Chops to her, because you could say what you want about Big Mom. She's a great mother.
Whoa, whoa,
I don't know about great.
whoa,
She's a good mother.
slow your roll there. She's a great captain, sure. Or I wouldn't even say great. She's a
She's
captain, sure.
she taught. Listen, bro, teaching your kids hockey in the grand line is that's good shit in my opinion. And then she's like a
Yeah.
collector. She's a collector. She went out and she got every food based devil fruit under her collection. That's goat
Mhm.
shit. That's goat shit.
Hey,
Uh,
she was planning. She was thinking ahead of time. But yeah, you know. And then you got the whole pudding interaction, which I'm still on your ass about that. But we ain't gonna talk about it too much.
pudding saga.
Um, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm. Uh, let's see. You got Sanji dodging that fucking jelly bean from Katakuri. That shit
Oh
was
my god.
gas,
So
bro.
I really
Um,
wish to this day he did not destroy that suit.
that suit.
The suit.
Oh, the see. I get what you mean, but like
It would have
he
been
ain't
so
even need
cold.
that shit.
He didn't need it, but it was cold.
It was, but like he's a lame ass nigga for that, man. Um,
I
but
think
hey,
we spent a lot
we
of
gon-
time on Whole Cake, but
oh yeah,
y'all understand.
I mean
S tier.
S tier, yeah, S tier.
Reverie,
Uh,
it's just really a bunch of plot lines being set up and story. So you get to see more of Sabo, more of the this is really the first time that we see a lot from the what's their like the official name? The Resistance or whatever the name is. I keep
Revolutionary
yeah,
Army,
the Revolutionary Army. We get to see like them in
bro.
action for the first time for real.
When they pulled up to the Reverie, bro, and they were going band for band with the admirals.
They were
Okay,
going bad for band. Then we get introduced to yet another quote unquote Yonko level threat. The captain, what was that one? He had like one or two panels. He was over from it.
yeah. Um, like Sabo, Sabo pulled in and he styled on the five elders.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, which
Sabo.
honestly, and you know what? We're gonna talk about this once we reach Egghead. Well, actually, no. I think we get introduced to the concept of here, the Gods Knights, right?
Yeah.
Because if they're supposed to be like the supreme fighting force, where were they when Fisher Tiger pulled them
No
and
one
freed all the
knows,
slaves?
bro. No one knows.
Dude. Actually, no,
Um,
no, no. No, we do know. I'm
they were in
tweaking. It
Marysville.
was in the
They were in
manga.
Marysville, weren't
They
they?
were, yeah, they were there. They were there. We ain't gonna talk about it though. That's
Yeah.
manga only. But I mean that's not the only incident.
Yeah. Well,
Like, where were they when the revolutionaries attacked the referee?
it's no one. No one.
He did
I
not
think
fall.
there was an 8 and you know what?
It's
I'm gonna
a
go ahead and say it. I've been trying to be. I was trying to be like, what's the word? Sparing with my
mhm.
18 rankings in S tier. I don't. Oda's a good writer,
Mhm.
bro. He has a bunch of good arcs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Wait, you said
sorry.
what?
Oda's a good writer. He's gonna have a bunch of good arcs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's just how it is, bro.
Um, Now we move
But hey,
into what a lot of people consider to be the best One Piece arc. And the question that we
Wano,
posed in the beginning, Wano.
Wano.
Uh, I don't even want to spend that much
Hey,
time on it
I
because you
mean,
know what happens in Wano. Luffy does. We get to see Luffy's resolve. We get to we meet learn about Wano has some of the coolest backstory. Um,
yeah,
it also is one of the saddest with the whole smile fruit. Um,
yeah.
I will say Kaido probably has the best army out of everybody. If not, it's Big Mom. Um, because he has normal foot soldiers, he has the smile fruits, then he has the actual devil fruit users, a battalion of them, all dinosaur, basically all dinosaur users, and
And they can
then
all use hockey, by the way. They
they
can all
a
use
lot of
hockey.
them are good. Uh, and then
Um,
you have Kaido himself, obviously at the helm.
yeah.
He has a prison
What-
labor camp. That's goat shit. I'm sorry. It's goat. I don't. Do
Yo,
I agree with it?
this
But it's
nigga's Hitler. He's Hitler.
he is Hitler. But that's goated shit to be able to establish
Oh
that.
my
To
god.
be able to
That's
establish
what
that. To be
legendary
able to
pirates
establish that.
do.
That's legendary pirate shit.
That's
Um,
that.
we found
Uh,
out more about Killer. Killer has one of the saddest sagas, so to speak.
we get like a little Kaido flashback. I
Yeah,
thought that was pretty cool. Uh, we the one scene that was really fucking cool was after Zoro beat King. You know exactly which one I'm talking because
what you talking
you sure had a lot to say about this. You had some interesting theories on this one. After Zoro beat King and he's just laying there, he gets a visit from death. I thought this nigga was gone. I'm not gonna lie.
that's goat
Like,
shit.
we
That's
still don't have an explanation of what happened there.
and you know To be honest, we don't really. They don't talk about Zoro's Ashra shit a lot at all. To
Yeah,
be honest, but I think they'll tackle
like
it eventually.
yeah, more than likely. Uh we really don't even have to talk much about
But
this arc. We
y'all know,
know what
y'all know,
happened.
I know it's S
Y'all,
tier.
y'all know.
Now, the main point of discussion. I'm gonna tell you right now, Wano and Egghead are S tier arcs. The main discussion
Oh
here,
yeah,
I think, those are the two best arcs in One Piece. Argue with your
yeah.
mama. Now, like I posed at the beginning, the only real question that I have is which arc is better. Um, we can talk a little bit about Egghead. I think the art in both of these animation is absolutely amazing. It is stunning to look at both of them. Um,
Yeah, top tier,
we
top
find out
fucking
about the
tier.
pacifistas or the warlords like reincarnated into these pacifistas, P0 whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
Doctor
Vegapunk.
Vegapunk is one of the
Dr. Vegapunk.
goated characters of the series, and of all the ones to survive, I don't know if I could have picked a better one, but she's cool.
Oh, Lilith.
Yeah, she's cool. But
She's right. I,
yeah,
I I feel like I feel like Oda only picked her to be Gunner bait.
holy.
Bro, like
I thought it was gonna. Everybody thought it was gonna be the good path. I thought it was gonna be the good path, if any of them.
yeah, I mean,
But you know,
Atlas definitely would have been a good choice.
I
She's cool.
that's fine.
Uh,
Then they had a
you
traitor
know,
amongst their ranks. How you the smartest nigga ever?
bro,
He predicted it, but you
you're the
know,
smartest nigga, and you don't know that shit.
like come on, bro. No way. And then oh yeah, and then Egghead is when I was talking about like in Skypiea, Water Seven, um, Whole Cake, finding out about Zoe, finding out about the world of One Piece. Egghead tells you everything you need to know. From
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
obviously we haven't got
yeah.
that far away from Egghead, but it tells you everything you need to know.
It
Anyway,
tells you damn near everything you need to know. It delves into the Void Century with Joy Boy coming back with that fucking hockey knot.
mm,
It talks about his relationship with Emmett. We get to see like his silhouette. We get to see Joy Boy's silhouette.
yeah.
We get to see Luffy minks up the five elders.
Mm-hmm. I like everything that happened between Zoro going up against the Five Elder, then finding out about what the Five Elder's abilities are. Um, the fits where immaculate, everybody was dripped out. I think the plot is amazing.
Bro, they put that
Um,
shit on.
I didn't like the greed. You know what I'm talking about. What's that girl name? Kuma's daughter.
Uh, York?
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
like her until Egghead, but I don't think anyone was supposed to because they didn't really delve into her character. She's
Wait, hold on. Are we talking about that character?
Kuma's daughter.
Hey, you're talking about Bonnie.
Yes, Bonnie. You said York.
Yeah,
Who are
yeah,
you talking? Yeah,
yeah.
Kuma's daughter.
You said Greedy Girl.
Those are different characters. I'm tripping. She's
Yeah,
greedy though. She's pretty.
she
Um,
is. I mean, hey,
she's goaded.
two
Uh,
two of the most goaded moments happened in Egghead. This is what we need to discuss, right?
okay.
We get Uma's backstory,
Goat shit,
right? And the Giants, they pop up on the scene after finding out there's
bro.
about to be a Buster call.
When
We get a third fucking Buster, bro.
we did get a third verse call, Dory and Bragi pulled up on the scene to help Luffy. No questions asked. Immediately popped their immediately. That's goat shit, bro. Like
That's goat shit,
that's one of the reasons you like Dory
bro.
and Bragi so much. Whenever you meet them in Golden Little Garden, because
Yeah,
when you look back, they're goaded. Like they showed up in Marineford, they showed up every time.
their
Um,
track record is that shit is, bro, pristine.
and then we get to see Luffy fight Lucci. I think that was one of the best
Oh my
fights in the
god,
series.
best bro.
Mainly because of
Mulgun,
animation.
we got
I don't know.
we got to see him lay out Kizaru,
Yes, Kizaru is one of my favorite characters mainly because he got laid out. He did not get back up, and then he said that nigga was tired, bro.
bro. He turned this nigga Kizaru and Saint Saturn into pizza,
I was laughing my ass off, but Kizaru's so real for that, bro. He just getting paid for this in the day. He's just going to work.
bro. The
Uh,
fucking meme of this nigga pushing Luffy is a McDonald's. Yo,
I don't know,
hey,
bro.
like
It's just goaded, man. I
this
think
is this
we
is
all know
such
it's
a
S tier.
difficult question to pose. You
It
know,
is a difficult question. Which one is better? I'm gonna drop my
like
take, and then you can drop yours, and then we can.
all right, um,
Wano versus Egghead. I haven't entirely decided in my own head. I'm actually going to decide as I talk about it. I
mm,
think Wano was obviously an extremely longer arc. I think they both have amazing story ramifications. Um, I don't think you could have asked for a better arc than Wano to set up Egghead. I don't think Egghead would be the same without an arc like Wano setting it up. Uh, with that, all that being said, both of them, because we're talking about this from an anime standpoint, not manga, have
mm,
amazing animation, so I can't really use that as a factor because it's just peak.
mm.
Um, going off of fights, they both have really good fights. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Egghead because I think more people showed out in Egghead, and a lot of Wano was jumping. Kaido got jumped, bro. Like
Yep,
I don't,
I was gonna jump like a
Kaido got
motherfucker.
jumped. We did see some one on ones like Sanji's fight and Zoro's fight, but keeping it
Mm.
short, it was a bunch of jumping. Uh,
The greatest jumping of all time, bro.
with that being said,
Or-
I think the best One Piece arc so far is Egghead, personally.
Okay, I guess it's my turn now. So I've given my opinion on Egghead as an art before, and I I love Egghead. I love the execution of it. I love the lore with it. Everything about it is just top tier. I used to have a gripe about how the whoa whoa
What's up?
we're forgetting a big we're forgetting a big point of discussion here.
What?
Garp
Oh yeah,
Galaxy Impact. Oh my fucking
got to see Garp show out.
yo,
Yeah, wasn't this the Aokiji shit,
he fought
bro?
Aokiji,
Like that's peak. That is peak.
bro. You can't make this up, yo. All right, so
Blackbeard put up on Law? That's technically
yes,
Egghead. Yeah, no, that's his
yeah,
peak.
he pulled up on Law. He pulled up
Jump the
on Law.
fuck out of him.
Shanks one shot Kid.
We
Yo,
gotta see Shank show out. This is peak, bro. I'm sorry. You can't. There ain't nothing you can say about it.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god,
There ain't
bro.
no two ways about it.
See,
I'm not even sure if this is animated yet, to be honest. No, it is. It is.
yeah, no, it's animated.
Yeah.
It's animated. Oh, you even get to see the whole scene where Kuma escapes from Akainu. You get to see where he dips. Akainu attacks him. He dips,
Yeah.
pops up on Egghead, punches the fuck out of Saturn.
It's peak, bro.
Um, so like I used to have my own gripes about where the animation was going, and it wasn't necessarily that I don't like the animation. I love the animation now. It looks amazing. But my personal gripe about it is it's just the auras, Like if they tone down the auras a bit, I feel like it'd be much more visually pleasing because it would give us that more raw and uncut version of One Piece that we used to have.
Oh yeah.
But um, other than that, I don't. I have zero fucking issues with Egghead. I think the whole point finding out that the world is sinking and seeing Emu pull out what I'm assuming is Uranus to blow up Lelusia is fucking crazy.
It's just
Uh,
come on.
it's it's just goaded, you know.
Like
But
Wano
like,
was amazing, bro. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't.
wait, what you said?
Wano's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't. I'll
Yeah,
let you. I'll let you keep
yeah. See, I feel you on that because like, but I mean, you know, Wano had his points too. You know, like even after Wano, we get to see Shanks pop on the scene and scare an admiral out of his transformation.
going. True.
Uh,
True.
like it's such a difficult question, and it's there's really no way of giving a perfect answer that will satisfy everyone. But at the end of the day, we're not here to satisfy anyone with our opinions. We're just here to list our opinions on the matter. Anyway, so with that being said, I'm I'm going to have to say that oh god, wow. Honestly, I have to give it to Egghead. Not by a large amount at all, but I feel like the highs in Egghead were much more they were much better than the highs in Wano, aside from, you know, the whole Kaido fight, because he showed out like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Egghead. Once again, not by a large margin, but
Yeah.
it's
Egghead
it's Egghead for sure.
was a
It's,
shorter
it's
arc.
because like One Piece is going to progressively put out better arcs
Yeah. It's
as we go. So, I mean,
as you can tell by the chart. It. You know what I'm saying? Um.
yeah,
or- I will say yes. It's not a very far gap between them at all. I think it's pretty close. But the main thing that brought Wano down for me, I did enjoy the training. I did. I promise you.
mhm,
But we get to Luffy went through this whole training arc in the prison. We saw him lose to Kaido multiple times. Um, and then when he finally does fight Kaido, I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy the way that they beat him, but they jumped the fuck out of this nigga. And like, even when he did pop Gear 5, and which mind you, the whole training arc didn't really end up accounting too much because I'm not gonna say it didn't matter, but like he did a little bit of damage, scared Kaido, and then after that it was fine.
yeah,
And then we got
like
to when he popped Gear 5, you know what
yeah.
happened. That boy was throwing around Kaido.
We know how I went after that, but you know. I see,
Yeah,
you know, to this day, I still believe that a fresh Kaido versus a fresh Luffy, Kaido would still win that even with Gear 5. And that's simply because I don't think Luffy getting that power gap, getting that transformation automatically clears the power gap that was between him and Kaido. I still think Kaido is a bit above him. And people are probably gonna dog me about this because bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking? But like y'all have to understand that in One Piece, you're not always jumping in power. Like, take East Blue, for example. Luffy Luffy remained at the same power level, the same amount of strength, speed, durability until he hit Water 7. That's hundreds of chapters and episodes until he actually got a new transformation, a new power up, until he actually got stronger than he was.
yeah,
And like in Wano, it is really more prevalent because like you see how many times it took him to put Kaido down, and you see how many people it took, all the power that it took for Luffy to gain, and you're really gonna sit up here and tell me that oh they didn't put in as much work as Luffy did. They you know see Zoro scarred the nigga. Killer cut his insides. The Akazaya 9 cut his insides. Yamato came in with that Thunder Bagua, Conqueror's Coded Thunder Bagua, to the dome and made him bleed.
yeah.
Um, like it's just too much to take into account to really say that Kaido would be brought down by current Luffy. Because if anything, y'all lowballing Luffy. Y'all lowballing the fuck out of Luffy. You know what I mean? But hey,
I I'm not so far as power scaling the two. I think Kaido is probably actually he stated to be the strongest thing we've ever seen.
yeah.
Um, Gear Five, it's kind of it's an incredibly difficult thing to scale because it's solely based on Toon Force and how effective that is. It's really hard to scale it. So because we see it against the five elders and it's effective, but like it's not like Luffy isn't taking damage in this form. He was still, he was still you can still hurt him. You can still defeat him in this state. It's not this all powerful mode, and I think it's really gonna
Yeah.
be really interesting to see how and if Oda scales up Luffy from this point because how do you go up from here?
Yeah. Like
Uh,
I
but
mean, the only things he can really do at this point is advance his conqueror's hockey and extend his duration of gear 5 and his mastery of gear 5. Because
yeah,
like Luffy still doesn't understand what his fruit is. He still thinks it's just a fucking gum gum fruit, which is crazy. But like, I think once he understands what his fruit actually is, it'll boost, like, it'll decrease his limitations with it.
because I think one of the best theories is like the reason Luffy can use these gum gum abilities is because he wholeheartedly believes that that's the gum gum fruit. So
Right.
it's just a theory.
Right.
We're just theorizing here, but
Yeah.
uh,
I mean,
maybe if he understands what his fruit is, he unlocks a different set of abilities that he can do. But I don't know.
yeah.
That's the list.
I don't know. That's the list.
Um, our question has been answered. I promise you, I delivered on all of our promises from the beginning of the video. Uh,
I mean,
if you've
hey,
watched this far, you are a fucking real one. I did not mean for this video to be this long. I Peter, I told Peter when we sat down to record this 20, 30 minutes.
yeah,
As you can see,
that, that was
it's been a little
that
longer
was
than
going to
20,
be the
30.
maximum. That was going to be
Um,
the maximum. We balled the hell out of it, but
yeah,
hey, of
this is here. Um, thank you all for watching. Peter, thank you for joining us.
course, all
And
the
I'll see you
time,
guys.
anytime.
Trying to cut you off, my fault. And I will see you guys next time.